Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show, and today we're going to be reviewing Season 3 of Titans. Now, over on my Twitter page, I did do a thread where I gave my first thoughts on each of the episodes. I'll link that in the description below. But overall, I thought this was a pretty solid season. It did have very similar problems to the previous couple of seasons. How, this had an amazing start. Like, wow, I was so impressed. Like, this is going to be a great season. But as it went on, it just lost a lot of that steam, it felt like. Especially toward the last few episodes. It's just like, you just can tell, I just think they were just having a hard time keep going with the story, it really felt like. But by the time you got to the finale, it was pretty okay. This was a lot better of a finale, at least for me, compared to the previous ones. But I think the biggest problem with this season for me is the villain. I really just do not like the Scarecrow. By the time as the season went on, I just wanted him to just go. It's like, he can be so easily defeated. And even by the finale, look how easy they took him down. But they just kept using and dragging it on. I will say, though, I liked how he did manipulate Red Hood. That was really cool, and you can really see Jason having kind of a moment of realization of what's going on. Speaking of Red Hood, pretty good. I thought it was decent. I really enjoyed all the Red Hood and Nightwing fights. Those were amazing. But besides that, I thought, this season just didn't really work on those two bads. Red Hood and Scarecrow. They just weren't good enough to me. But I also think that leads to one of the biggest problems with the season of Titans. Is this just felt like a Batman show with Titans in there. Which is not a bad thing. I enjoy Batman. But it just doesn't still feel like Titans in a way. Beast Boy to me is just there. He doesn't seem much besides, adding some humor. That's about it. He doesn't add much to these episodes. At least he did change into a different animal this season at least once. It may have been a bat, but it was something different. Such a weird scene though when he saved Nightwing. So weird. My favorite episode in this entire season was when Tim was in the afterlife. That was such a great episode because we got reunited with Donna Troy and we get to see her go on a journey. That was awesome. Speaking of Tim Drake, he's a great addition to the show. I'm really excited to see what happens in season 4 with him. Hopefully something cool? Who knows? Blackfire was a great addition. I really liked her dynamic with Starfire. They had some amazing moments with it and it really explored their world a little bit, but I hope we get a little bit more of it. Titans, it's not the worst show I've ever seen. I think the biggest problem, though, is I think they have too many episodes. 13, I think, is way too many for them. Because, they have such a great idea, but in the end, it just fizzles. Also, they just seem to ignore a lot of things sometimes. Like, they just do it. There was, one scene with Nightwing, Lazarus Pit, comes back, and you're just like, what? One weird moment with it. But that episode was really good, but it was another, Nightwing going on a journey. We've seen that a lot. Also, I think, I'm not really sure about this Batman actor still. He's decent. I just still see him only as Bruce Wayne and not much Batman. And it was really cool seeing Barbara Gordon and Dick Grayson. They have definitely a history together, and I thought that was a good addition to it. But yeah, overall, I would say Titans Season 3 is an improvement. It's not the greatest improvement of all time. There's still a lot of these underlying problems that the show has. It's like, it doesn't feel too much like a Titan show. This season felt like a Batman season, but they're not fully developing all these characters. It just feels all over the place. And I think they also have a villain problem with this season. That's probably my main criticism. Still think this season has some great elements. I like Red Hood, introduction of Tim Drake, Donna Troy's back. There's some great moments with Red Hood and Nightwing. So the show had some good moments, but by the end, it had all the same problems, where it was like having a hard time wrapping up the main storyline. But yeah, Titans Season 3, I still had some enjoyment from it. But yeah, the show needs some work, I think, to really make it. So if you've watched Season 3 of Titans, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.